Yeah. You say trust your Quran, trust your Allah. But I got one question. Just one. Why don't you?
Trust your Quran, trust your Allah, but you rewrite when it gets harder. If none can change what he authored, why you doubt in every chapter? Trust your Quran, trust your Allah. Say it loud but think it's softer. If you don't trust what he offered, tell me why should I bother?
Quran says none can change my words, clear claim. Shit your fan, yeah, that goes the same. But then you say the books got changed, rearranged, Torah and Injil, corrupted in the game. Wait, pause, let me line that up straight. If God's words stand firm, they don't mutate. So either they're preserved or Allah miscommunicates. Both can't stand, that's a checkmate state. You say nah, it's just misunderstood text. But the Quran says those books were guidance, no less. 546:47, go ahead, read it next. So I reject what your own book bless.
Trust your Quran, trust your Allah, but you rewrite when it gets harder. If none can change what he authored, why you doubt in every chapter?
Quran says, ask the people of the book.
1094, go ahead, take a look.
So Christians had truth when Muhammad spoke, but now you say the scriptures broke. That's a timeline twist, that's a logic fraction. Truth don't expire like a dated chapter. If it was reliable, then what changed after? Did God lose control of his own dispatcher? And you say, nah, we follow the final revelation. But it confirms what came before, that's the foundation. So why deny the prior inspiration? You say God is all powerful, sovereign, supreme, but his words got lost somewhere in between. Or maybe, just maybe, the issue you see is not the book, it's the theology. Quran calls Jesus word of God, sent down.
417, yeah, that's in your town.
Born of a virgin, no earthly crown, but more than a prophet when you break it down. Sinless life, no record of blame. Raises the dead, speaks God's name. But you say, nah, he's just the same as every other prophet in the frame. That don't sit right, that don't align. Your book gives him a different design. So either rethink or redefine, cause that contradiction's by design.
Trust your Quran, trust your Allah, but you rewrite when it gets harder. If none can change what he authored, why you doubt in every chapter? Trust your Quran, trust your Allah. Say it loud but think it's softer. It don't trust what he offered. Tell me why should I bother?
If your foundation shakes when examined, if your certainty fades when it's challenged, then don't ask me to stand on it with you.
If you don't trust your Quran, if you don't trust your law,
why should I?
All right. God bless, and welcome in. Welcome. So, today, because again, we've been saying forever and ever, amen, that these Muslims are saying that they don't have free will in Islam. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have decided to be Team Islam. I am now going to agree with the Muslims and say that, yes, they have free will in Islam. You get that? Today, I am Team Muslims. And on Team Muslims, we're going to show you guys that, yes, we have free will in Islam. And if anybody says you don't have free will in Islam, they be the liars. If they say they don't have free will, these people are liars, because we've got from the Quran. Clearly in the Quran, in Surah 18, it's on the screen, on the TikTok, on the TT, and I'll put on the screen over here now. You can see clearly that in Surah 18:29, ladies and gentlemen, we have confirmation from the God of Islam himself, saying, "And they say, the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve." That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am now Team Allah, Team Muslim. Another Quran verse in Surah 91, 7 to 10. It says, "He has succeeded who purifies it, and he has failed who corrupts it." Ladies and gentlemen, this is clear. It is as clear as day. As clear as day. So please don't get confused. We've now proven that the Quran teaches there is free will. If there are any Muslims who disagree with me, who believe, for example, in the Quran, when the Quran says that none of you, and you do not will except Allah wills. If you believe that type of nonsense, you are out of Islam. If you believe that that Allah decides things, you are out of Islam, because we have two verses, two clear verses telling us clearly, like the clear Quran is, telling us over and over, yes, these are clear verses of a clear Quran claiming clearly that he who wills believe and let he who doesn't will disbelieve. Now, if Allah dare say that you can't do anything except that Allah wills it first, Allah is making a big boo-boo. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for spending time. Today, I will be on for a short while, not for too long, because I will be joining a guy by the name of Chris Claus. I will be joining Chris Claus, and he will be doing a review. Now, I don't know what review it's going to be. I'm just looking forward to being there, man. I've got no idea what they're going to talk about, what the topic is, but it has to be with either Dawa drama or what's going on with logic, cooking Ali Dawa in a matter of seconds. But for today, I am 100% Team Allah, Team Muslims, because we have two verses in the Quran that tell us clearly that you can or you can't. It's up to you. Now, you as a logical thinker, because you're not a Muslim, may decide that, hang on a second, this is a contradiction. Because you, James, have shown us that you can choose if you like, and you can not choose if you like. So I'm confused. Can you or can't you? Let me just give another quick shout out. This is for LA Apologetics. For those that are not following, the guy is doing amazing work with his videos. And soon he's going to have to help me and show me how he's doing these videos, because I got music now and I want to make some videos. I want to put like, for example, the free will, or I have so many ideas. I'm deficient in internet or computer stuff. I won't tell you how long it took me just to find out how to to add a picture on my YouTube page. But that's by the way. So he says, please, can you give him a like? Not a like. He says, can you give the video a like? It's a 2-minute video on his page. And I pray that you guys, I pray that you guys are going to LA Apologetics. Takes you 10 seconds. Just pop in there, like the videos for now, then go back and watch them. Watch the videos. They're very informative, and they're short. I mean, they're not like taking half your day, instead of listening to the Dawa drama when it comes to Malik and whatever else he's crying about and the stupid people he has on his panel. Go and, fill your hearts with truth. And, people like LA Apologetics, among others, are making these amazing videos. And, let's promote it, let's support it, and let's do well with this. Let's just support it 100% as we can, guys. And if you can share it, even better. But God bless you guys. God bless, God bless. So like. That's right. Likety, like. Now, today, I know you guys are kind of confused today because I am saying to you that for once in my life, I feel like Stevie Wonder. For once in my life, I am. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, I today am taking Team Allah's side. I'm so sick and tired of Muslims, being there all by themselves. Now, important, ladies and gentlemen, the verse we had on the screen, gives us, there's a two-part to it. There's two parts to it. And the one part is telling us that you have free will. The other part says you don't have free will. I'm hoping a Muslim, if there's a Muslim listening, tell me which side you on. Are you on Team Allah or are you on Team Muslim? Because I'm not sure, a contradiction is being P and not P at the same time. Not talking about the P that, falls on your ankles. That's why you must pick up your pants. That's not the P I'm talking about. I'm talking about, do you have free will? Don't you have free will? Surah 76:30 says that you cannot will unless Allah wills it for you. Surah 81:29 says you cannot will unless Allah wills it first. Then you can will, and you can. It's hard. It's hard being a Muslim. It's hard trying to understand Islam with the Muslim eyes, but we're trying our best. Now, if I were, for example, to understand why there's this chop and change, why do we have sometimes you can have free will, sometimes you can't have free will? Now you see, now that's right. Now you see, to pee or not to pee in the ear, that is the question. That's right. So, would you? Let's just. I'm thinking now like a Muslim. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. I would say this: if I wanted to win you over, I would have to first see what your issues are. Then I would say to you, yeah, no, that's fine. You can have that belief system. That's fine. You can become a Muslim. That's not a problem. Then I go to another Muppet, and then he's got a different opinion. And I've got to say to him, yeah, man, that's fine. We take that too. Come to Islam. So, for example, I go to person number one, and I say to person number one, he says, can I become a Muslim? And I go, yeah, absolutely, you can become a Muslim. It's you decide, your free will. Your free will decides if you become a Muslim or not. MashaAllah. He's like, my free will, yes, I can become a Muslim. That's it. Nothing else said. Another guy says, dude, can I decide anything? Or does Allah decide everything? And then you go, well, listen, man, Allah decides everything. Like when you picked up that kebab to eat that kebab, it was Allah that decided you can or you can't. There's nothing you can do that Allah hasn't already decreed for you. This is, again, the decree of Allah. So what I said to person number one is, yes, you've got free will. And then what did I say to person number two? Well, you don't really have free will because Allah decides everything anyways. So this is confusing. And that's a contradiction. It's either you have free will or you don't. And now this, again, is we'd call a paradox. Why did Muhammad, for example, need both fate and free will to control the people of his time? How do we get to this? Because these verses have to have been, now I'm trying to read them in context. In context, for example, so in our daily lives, if we just lived an average daily life, we encounter, for example, these two Islamic teachings depending on who we talk to. And we can't balance them. There's some kind of a problem because on one hand, it is believed that everything in the universe is governed by predestination. This is what Muslims are telling us. Everything is governed by predestination. And not even, there's a Quranic verse that says, not even a leaf can fall from a tree without Allah's permission, by the will of Allah. Nothing can. So then I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. We'll go with that. Okay, I'm believing that now. But then they come and say, well, hang on a second. We possess free will. And because we possess free will, that free will decide if we're going to heaven or hell based on our choices. Okay, so now we just contradicted ourselves. Do you notice that? in Islam, you contradict yourself by believing in Islam. This would baffle people. So it's like, well, can I or can't I? It's like, yes, you can't. So yes, well, I can or I can't. Because if everything is predetermined, then the question would be, then how can a human be responsible for his actions? And why should he be punished for his actions? As we will see later, coming to a Quran hadith, where they ask Muhammad, why are we being punished for something that Allah made us do? Now, this is where it kicks in, because depending on who Muhammad spoke to, this is how he brought them into the religion. He had to do stuff to entice them, to make this religion look good and feel good, and so to make Islam successful, let me say this, for a government, for a people, for a person to have followers, or to get people to follow them, they would have to listen to what the people want and then adjust accordingly. You have to adjust accordingly, so that you appeasing everybody, giving everybody something, so each of them is feels like a winner. They feel as if they've won something because you've addressed them. So, person one, do I have free will? Of course you have. Person two, but only God is God all knowing, and does he decide everything? Sure, he does. Okay, you see, he quickly changed. So, trying to understand now, why would Muhammad say these things? We have to understand that to grow, for Islam to become prominent, or Islam to become relevant, the leader in politics now will have to, make the people happy by giving them what they want. Now, if people are told that everything is already written down and everything is predetermined, predestined, then their efforts wouldn't change. They wouldn't be bothered. So I'm telling the Muslims, right? Everything in your life has been predestined, predetermined. So if they wanted to sin, if they didn't want to sin, if they wanted to do good, didn't want to do good, they'll just become lazy, religiously lazy, because everything's already determined for them. They, it's already decided I'm going to hell, so why do I need to do anything else? Or I'm going to heaven, I can do whatever I want. This is why when the concept of free will, now remember, Muslims are still fighting about this today. When the concept of free will kicks in, and people were made to believe that their hard work would benefit them, for example, fighting in wars. Now, how did Muhammad manipulate the people? He's like, well, listen, if you fight in wars and you're obedient to me and Allah, you will have salvation. You're on the path to heaven. So now he's saying, depending on what you do, the outcome is heaven. And he was tempting these people with this heaven, this paradise. Oh, you get 72 virgins. They're going to look like this guy over here. They're going to be so beautiful, man. You're going to love them. So he's enticing them with something of the flesh to bring them into heaven, while at the same time terrorizing them with hellfire, saying that if you don't do this, that's going to happen to you. So he's saying it's whatever you decide, whatever you do, the outcome is dependent on your behavior, whatever you want. So this goal that Muhammad had started was to ensure that these Muslims followed in full dedication to Muhammad. And secondary, far behind, was this thing called Allah. So again, Muhammad won them over with the promise that even though they think they have free will, even though they think that they are going to be something else, no can do. So when it came to battles, to wars, to fighting, Muhammad is like, yay, if you do this for me and for Allah, for me first and then for Allah, guess what, guys? You will be sorted, man. If you do this for me, you will go to paradise. And then he goes to another guy and says, yeah, no, Allah's already decided where you're going. So you notice now the first one is an incentive in war, in battle, in attacking people, in fighting with people. Now remember, I am Team Allah today. For those that don't know today, I am Team Akbar. Yeshua Akbar. Oh, sorry, Allah Akbar. Now the reason for that is I'm on Team Allah. I'm saying, yes, you have free will in Islam. And Allah does not decide where you go and how you get there. Notice what I'm done now. Today I'm Muslim. I'm taking the Muslim stance and I'm saying Allah decides nothing. You decide everything. So if there's any Muslim that thinks that I am wrong, any Muslim thinks that I have gone too far astray now, that I'm not understanding this religion, please request. I say Islam teaches free will. I say the man decides if he's going to heaven or hell based on his behavior. Allah has no say in the matter. If you are Muslim and you disagree with that request, if you agree with that, then sit back and let's enjoy. So the first one we saw was how Muhammad would entice people, give them an incentive to fight. And he's saying, if you fight, for every action, there's a reaction. If you fight for me and for Allah, then you will go to heaven. Not only that, you get your virgins, man. You get your 80,000 boys, man. You get your virgins. I mean, I didn't say, That's the first part. The second part, trying again to understand, remember, for those that are misunderstanding me, misunderstand me correctly. Let me just get rid of these appeals. What's going on? Oh, bugger. Okay, so guys on UTT, you need to physically tap the screen because it's been restricted. And then for those that are sending the hate and stuff, God bless you. Love you too. Okay. There we go. So the second incentive was, for example, for Muslims now, to avoid accountability. So if they did something, they would be no, well, it wasn't me. Allah wrote it down, so you can't blame me for something Allah wrote down for me. Adam comes to mind. He's like, So no matter how fantastic, great this person is, it'll be inevitable for any one of us to face some type of failure in life. Something's going to go wrong, something. And if the religion, if Islam, if whatever religion you're following is purely based on action and result, action, result. For every action, there's a reaction, there's a result. If, for example, that's the religion, then whenever Muslims are faced in, for example, defeat of war, and their prayers aren't answered, because remember, they're supposed to pray, they would question the leader. So Muhammad would be questioned as to, hey, dude, why did we lose if we are following the truth? We're following Allah. That's when Allah kicks in, or Muhammad kicks in and says, yeah, but hang on. You have the predestination, and if Allah wanted that to happen, then it would happen. So whenever a promise, wasn't fulfilled, if ever there was a promise that didn't get answered, or a prayer that didn't get answered, or a disaster occurred, or something went against something, it was labeled as the will of Allah. The will of Allah. So Allah willed that. He predestined that. He pre-wrote that. So don't attack Allah. There's a reason for it happening. And you can't judge Allah on what he does. Now, the benefit of this was that Muhammad himself, he became completely immune to all responsibility. When he said something and it didn't happen, he would then say, yeah, but Allah said, maybe Allah alam, he knows what's going to happen. You can't blame me. And don't ask questions, because if you question Allah, Muhammad, if you question me, Muhammad, it's like questioning Allah, and you're not allowed to ask these questions. Don't ask questions, because these questions are going to do what? Take you out of Islam. So don't ask questions. If Allah has said something and decreed something, That's it. Just remember, I am Team Allah today. I am Team Allah today. I believe in Surah 18:29 when it says, and say, the truth is from your Lord, so whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. I believe that we have free will, not free willy. So because Allah, now you remember, you used your Allah and your free will to get people to fight for you, and then you promise them goodies at the end. The second one is if something goes wrong, you blame Allah and you go, well, this was pre-written, it was predestined, and because it was pre-written, predestined, you can't question the God of Islam. And this is where the people are struggling with these questions. Is there, isn't there free will in Islam? So basically, if success is achieved, it's accredited to the righteous actions of Allah. It's attached to your faith in Allah. And then the people are like, oh, mashallah, let me follow even deeply. If failure occurs, if they fail to make it happen, if something goes wrong, they lose the war. What did Allah say? This is a test, inshallah. This is a test, mashallah. Fate is a test. Religion is a test. Your actions today is a test. And based on that, Allah knows best. You can't blame Allah. He's just testing you. And because he's just testing you, you must accept it. Now, I don't know, man. How many of you guys would be satisfied with that answer? How many of you would be like, oh, that makes sense? That definitely makes sense because, it makes sense. So you're talking just BS, says Danetta. So you're more than welcome to join. You're more than welcome. I'm saying I'm on Team Allah's side. So I'll send you an invite. And you can help us understand. I mean, if you know you're not able to join as a guest, you see so, but you're able to talk. See, now you're just being silly now. So I gave you a chance, but you're just being silly. But that's okay. You're a Muslim. So can I just ask you, Danetta, are you do you believe that you have free will or you don't have free will in Islam? You can call me all those names, my man. You're going to hell anyway. Just answer the question. Do you believe, like me, that you have free will in Islam? Do you? Just answer that question and then we'll be over. I'm just waiting for this answer. This guy can answer me. I have free will and I can nail you like your nailed chicken god. Yes. Mashallah. Thank you so much for that. So you have free will. So you are my side. Well done, brother. Well done. And take care. No, he didn't come up. So again, guys, please, I'm restricted on the TT. It's not sharing the live, so it's up to you to share, tap and share, tap and share. God bless you guys and welcome. We're just trying to understand. I am Team Free Will today. I am free will today. And if anybody says that Allah decides anything in Islam, shame on you. Shame on you for thinking and going against the Quran when the Quran teaches me in Surah 18:29. Clearly in the Quran it says, whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve, showing that I have free will and Allah does not decide a damn thing when it comes to me and my belief system. Okay? My challenge is to the Muslims. I dare any of you to say that Allah decides anything when we just read that. And then you've got a guy called Cancel Anytime saying, take off your niqab. You see, he thinks I'm a Muslim woman that he can do mutta with. See that, guys? Come on, Cancel. Come on, Cancel. This is not a dating site for Muslims. Come up and have a conversation. Why are you crying? Come up and have a conversation. Cancel Anytime. I'm dressed in a ninja outfit. What do you mean in a niqab? I'm dressed as a ninja. I'm not sure if you've noticed. I'm dressed as a ninja. But I sent you a request. Maybe you're tempted by my voice. See how you took that out of context when Jesus, when Shano, see how you took that out of context when he said he called the disciples dumb low-key. He didn't say that. You need to listen to the whole, what he was trying to get to. This is so sad. Anyway, we're continuing. I'm still on the topic, guys, that I am team Allah. I am team Allah. Go, Allah, go. Go, Allah, go. Allah, 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 whatever they say. You know, all that brainwashing crap. I am saying, yes, I watched the whole thing. Don't watch the segments of it. Don't watch just the part where he said that. Listen to what he was trying to do, because he was dumbing himself down to the Muslims he was talking to. He was literally dumbing himself down, trying to, be on their level. But let's continue. So far, I am team Allah. I believe Allah's got nothing to say in how I behave and what I do. He sits there without knowledge of it, and he does not interfere. He does not decide what I'm going to do, where I'm going to do it, yada, yada, yada. I decide according to the Quran. If there's anyone that disagrees, then come with it. We're going to go to a silly example now where Adam thought that he decided something. The idea was that Adam, apparently Adam and Moses were having this argument. Sahih Bukhari 66:14, I think it was. And now we're going to try to, you're trying to make something that's not there. You're trying to make a drama, man. So Moses says to Adam, he says, you are the one who by your sin, now remember this, guys, the problem is over here is that we are now seeing that the result for sin, for the original sin caused Adam to be kicked out of paradise. So Muslims today are affected by that original sin that they deny. They deny the original sin while at the same time confirming that the reason that they're not in paradise is because of Adam. That's just by the way. So Adam and Moses having this argument, and Adam says, Moses says to Adam, because you sinned, because of your sin, we were kicked out of paradise. Mankind was expelled from paradise. And then Adam's reply was, what Adam says is crucial in this conversation. Adam says, do you, Moses, blame me for something that Allah had decreed for me before I was created, before my creation? So according to this, Adam won the argument because, Adam, you can see that. So this is the problem. According to this, we can see that Adam won the argument saying, how can you blame me for something Allah had decreed? Now, being on team Allah today is a bit of a problem, because how can I be team Allah when Moses, supposed to be a prophet, is throwing Allah under the bus? He's saying that Allah actually decided something, not him. See, this is the problem. How can I trust Allah when he's getting kicked in the shin by his own people? See how hard it is to be on team Allah? But we're not. It's okay. I'm still on team Allah. I got team Allah down to a T, man. I got this. Because Adam didn't blame Satan. In this instant, he didn't say, Satan made me do it. He didn't say, how can you blame me when we've got Satan who disobeyed Allah that caused me to sin? No. He pointed straight to the maker of Islam. He's like, hang on, man. Allah made me do it. Not Satan made me do it. When you ask a Muslim, who is it that tempted Adam? First thing they say is Satan did. Because they assume that Satan would make someone go against God. But Allah himself, guess what? He does it. He goes against it. He didn't blame Satan. He said he blamed the decree of Allah. Allah's decree made me do it. According to Adam himself, the predetermined, the predestined before he was even, because remember, Adam was sinless. Adam was created without sin. He knew no sin. Satan was kicked out of paradise. gone. So if the first human that was sinless had zero choice, no choice in him being kicked out of paradise for a sin that the God of Islam made him do, how can any human be accountable for their actions knowing that the God of Islam made them do it first? But still, I'm still on Team Allah. I still believe that man in Islam has free will, according to Surah 91, 7-10, which says, "He has succeeded who purifies it, and he has failed who corrupts it." In Surah 18:29, it says, "And say, the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve." I believe in those verses. I believe that those verses are true. And if there's anyone that says Allah decides anything, shame on you. Because now you are going against the God of Islam. And if you go against the God of Islam, you're out of Islam. So, when it comes again to Adam and Moses, the winning argument was the predestination. Because the predestination won over free will. Adam sinned because Allah predestined it. It wasn't because he had free will to do it. So a sinless man created by the God of Islam then sins because the Creator, his God, caused him to sin. It's hard being on Team Allah, but I'm still Team Allah because, like a Muslim, I'm going to say that you need to read it in context. And why did you read it in the original language, in the Qurayshi dialect? Because if you're in doubt, you need to ask a Muslim who speaks the Qurayshi dialect, and he himself will guide you. Notice I'm being honest because I am Team Allah. If there's any Muslim that wants to come up like Shino, that instead of crying like a little girl in the chats, wants to come up and tell me that I am wrong for believing in free will, please. Or if you agree with me that yes, you have free will in Islam, join me, sit next to me side by side, and together we can expose the liars that say that the God of Islam predetermines or decides what we're going to do. How many Muslims are there to support me and Allah? Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Who's going to help us support Allah? Where are the Muslims that want to support the God of Islam and say that the people saying that he decides anything is a liar? A liar. Anyone? Any Muslim? Don't be like Shino there. She looks as if she's got her period because she's in pain. She seems like she's crying in the chats. Now, we're going to go to the Quran now and see what the Quran actually says. Now, I want to start every verse with 1829. We're going to go to Surah 1829. Sporting says you support me. Viva. Viva. Beautiful. I've got one. Sporting agrees that I make up my own mind. Allah has nothing to say. Allah is not at all in any way, shape, or form able to make any decision for me. I have free will. MashaAllah. So, the verse we're on today is 1829. I'm going to sing that verse many times. 1829, which tells us clearly, "And the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve." Free will right there. Boom shakalaka, in your face, checkmate. Free will. Free will. Free will. So now you notice I found the free will verse. Now I'm going to read you another verse and we're going to see what these verses actually say. We're going to see whether these verses are explicit in stating whether Allah controls or doesn't control believers. Remember what I said, people. There's no contradictions in Islam. I shame on you for thinking there's contradictions in this religion, because we can see clearly from 1829, it says, the truth is from your Lord. And whoever wills, let him believe. And whoever wills, let him disbelieve. Surah 6, 125. 6, 125. Whomever God wills to guide, he opens his heart to Islam. Allah, whose side are you on, man? Let's try again. So I'm going to try again. So remember, 1829 says, we decide. We decide if we want to believe. We decide if we don't want to believe. And then the stupid verse, 6:125 says, whomever God wills to guide, he opens his heart to Islam. And whoever he wills to lead astray, he makes his chest narrow and constricted it as if he was ascending into the sky. Yeah, no. That's not a contradiction. Come on, that's not a contradiction. Even though it says so in the verse that Allah decides if people's hearts will be open or not. You misunderstand it because you did not read it in the original language. You made a mistake by assuming that the English was true. But if you read it in the dialect of the Quraysh and you were 1400 years ago, you would understand the verse. You would understand it. How dare you? So this is not a contradiction, even though this verse says that if Allah decides and he wills it, then it will happen. But the other verse says, you decide. Guys, this is not a contradiction. Not a contradiction. But we'll continue now. I've just got some verses to read because, this isn't Allah, the God of Islam, responding to the human choices. It's about Allah making the human choices. So I'm confused now. I'm still team free will. I'm free willy every day. I'm team free will, free willy. And the verse says clearly, whoever wills, he will believe. Whoever doesn't whoever wills doesn't believe. So even though this verse in 6:125 is telling us, it's talking about making choices, we'll move on because again, it wasn't you guys are changing. You guys are making it say something it doesn't say. So you guys are, stop it. That's not a contradiction, guys. That's not a contradiction. It's just you don't understand what he's trying to say. You guys don't understand what the Quran is trying to say. So I'm again, Jacka, I'm in a ninja outfit. I know you guys think of women all the time, but this is how the ninjas used to dress as well. So I'm not. Who said I'm dressed up as a woman? This is a ninja outfit. You know what a ninja is, right? Now I'm sure Jacka would agree with me that we are team free will, free will, free will, free willy. We are team free will, and according to the verse 1829, 100% tells us we have free will. I've got Lily. Not sure if Lily is a Muslim or not. Let me just see that. Nope, not coming through. One second there, Jacko. So you said something. You said, no, we have free choice, not free. You have free choice, not free will. My goodness, ladies and gents, I learned something new. We have free choice. Can you make a free choice if you don't have free will, Jacka? So I put let's just say a Coke on the table. I put a Coke on the table. Buenas, amigo. We put a Coke on the table. You said you have free choice. You have the free choice to take it, but do you have the free will to do the action? You can't make this up, guys. The guy on TT said that they don't have free will, they have free choice. If someone can make that make sense. Make that make sense. This is why this topic is a boom shakalaka for all of them. I am team free will. Watch this. In the Quran, Surah 18:29, it says, and say the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. Is that choice or will? I don't understand. What are you talking about? Don't understand, man. Just make it make sense. Rumpel, how are you, sir?
What is the punishment for apostasy in Islam?
I'm not a Muslim. You must ask a Muslim. But it is to unalive someone.
Yeah, so there's no free will in that cult.
That's right.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. See how easy that was, people? If you get unalived for believing in this religion and you left the religion or you leave the religion, what's the free will? Oh, I had a free choice to leave. Duh. That's why Jacko did a hit and run. He did a hit and run because he realized the stupidity in his comment that you have free choice, not free will. Now, again, notice I'm the one saying, Allah, I agree with Allah in Surah 18:29. I agree with the verse that says that you have free will. Yet, at the same time, there are verses saying you don't have free will. Now, my question is that a contradiction? Is that a contradiction? I'm not even going to go there. We're not going to talk about contradictions. But as I said, in Surah 6:125, it tells us clearly that the choices you make is by Allah, not by you. So 6:125 just cooked Jacka over there because he said your free choice. But the verse 6:125 is literally talking about your choices and how you can't choose a thing like a chicken wing unless Allah allows it. What about belief? What about belief? I'm still saying to you guys, because I have free will, it says, so whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. See that again? I, again, am Team Allah. But can't make this up. Go back to the Quran. Now, I'm still Team Allah. I'm not going to give up on you, Allah, like the Muslims do. I am Team Allah 100%. Even though the Quran says in Surah 2:7, it says, God has sealed their hearts and their hearing, and over their eyes is a veil. So Allah himself, he is the one that's sealing the hearts of people against faith. So this one just said, hang on, whoever wills, let him believe. Allah says he is the one that will cover the heart, cover the ears and the eyes, meaning that if someone wants to believe or someone's heart, he is the one that covers the heart and stops it from believing. So how can a person be blamed for disbelief when it's the God of Islam that is the one causing the disbelief and then punished for it? Because this is saying that you are being punished because you don't have the free choice and it's predestined. Come on, man. It's hard being on Team Allah. Hard being on Team Allah. But I'm still Team Allah, man. Surah 18:29. 18:29, ladies and gents. I still believe it says, so whoever wills, let him believe. Surah 2:7 says, Allah has sealed the hearts and the hearing, and the eyes is a veil. So you can't believe if you wanted to believe. But the verse just said, if you want to believe, you can believe. But the Quran says you can't. Okay, don't. Nah. The problem is I didn't read it in the original language. I didn't read it in the Arabic. MashaAllah, forgive me. I didn't understand it because I was too busy talking while I was reading. So may Allah forgive me. Let me try again. The Quran says, whoever wills, let him believe. Allah says in 2:7, God has sealed their hearts. And if Allah himself is the one sealing someone's heart against faith, how can that person be blamed for their disbelief? Come on, man. man. Now I know why Muslims are in a lost, man. These people keep going in circles. Now I can see why they go in circles to the Kaaba. I mean, if it was me, I'd make a straight road to the Black Stone and just kiss the damn thing. These people go 7 times in circles trying to make it make sense because they just used to be going in circles. They just used to this nonsense. I'm trying. I'm honestly trying to understand, man. I'm trying. Let me move this over here so I can.
There you go, that's James.
God bless my man.
Do you want to talk to the other guy?
Just 1 second.
He looks annoying.
Which other guy? Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah. He says, rise Demi. Mashallah. Guys, we've got a live one in the chat today. He says, rise Demi. So he's obviously an important person and he knows his Islam. So we're going to learn today from this guy.
What's up, Demi?
What did he say?
I'm collecting jizya.
You collecting jizya?
Yeah, bro.
Nice one. How much have you collected so far, bro, man?
Not too much, bro.
Not too much. So you must be a bad businessman, man. Bad business. So anyway, what is your point? Are you with me, Team Allah, where you have
free will in Islam? Yeah, we do.
Then you're my team, mashallah. So you agree with me. Surah 18:29 says, and say the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. Correct?
And this is taken into account with you can only will if Allah wills. Like He allows for it, knows for it, and the 4 pillars of Qadr.
Okay, I'm confused now. So if Allah wills it, then what? What happens? Is it good?
Yeah, so you always first need Allah's will before you can will. Because if Allah didn't will for everything to happen, you can't will by logical default.
So when it says...
Is this, by the way, getting clipped? I kind of want to clip you after this.
No, you can clip as much as you want. You should
getting my jizya, but 1 second. Are you posting this on YouTube? Is this live?
It's live on YouTube right now.
Perfect, okay.
So I want you to listen again. So watch again, Stone Kisser, watch again. So according to the verse, right, 1829, right, it tells me clearly...
Wasn't Isaiah Stone Kisser?
Listen, I know that you want to get suckled right now, but this is not Aisha's den. This is not Aisha's den. Don't come for suckling.
Didn't Mary suckle Bernardus of Clairvoyant?
Yeah, I'm sure she did in your little sick world, but it's okay. Now notice, it's okay. You didn't come for suckling, so you came for information. We're going to be working together now. I'm trying to dumb myself down. According to the verse, you agree. So I'm asking you again. If I wanted to become a Muslim, can I become a Muslim if Allah doesn't will it?
Nope.
No. Do I have free will to become a Muslim?
Yep.
So I can't become a Muslim unless Allah wills it, and I have free will to become a Muslim. Correct?
Yes.
Clip that.
What is will?
Clip that. Thank you for joining, man.
Clip it. MashaAllah, bro.
I have the free will to become a Muslim, people, but I don't have the free will to become a Muslim unless Allah wills it first. Clip that. This is what we're talking about. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to rearrange this microphone because I can't. Let me see if I put it there. Did you guys notice that? Yes, you have the free will to become a Muslim. You have the free will to become a Muslim, but you can't become a Muslim unless Allah wills it first. So when it says in the verse, the truth has come to you from your Lord, so whoever wills, let him believe. Whoever wills, let him believe. Doesn't that mean that I can become a Muslim? But if Allah says no, then I can't become a Muslim. How do you make this make sense? But again, this is Islam for you. This guy is just I'm not going to bring him up again because he doesn't know how to have a conversation. He thinks he's funny with his jizya. But when Aisha was collecting, when the men came to Aisha to collect jizya, she gave it to them in milk. She gave it to them in milliliters, not in, she was like, how many milliliters do you want? suckety suck, but you can only do it 5 times. So when she was collecting milk, giving milk, those guys were collecting. So I'm not sure if he thinks this is one of those lives where you can, come up and, but anyway, that's just a typical Muslim. It has nothing to share. So we also love Aisha. I mean, her milkshake brought all the Sahaba to the yard. I'm just saying. So again, I'm team Allah. Team Allah says that you have free will and he will not interfere. He does not interfere. He will not interfere because he says, whoever wills, let him believe. Whoever wills, let him disbelieve. Maybe Allah made a mistake there because we just saw from the Quran that you're not allowed to or you can't because Allah is the one that seals your heart. He seals, he's the one that decides whether you can or can't become a Muslim. And the Muslims are like, yeah, but not always, kind of, you kind of know what you're saying. Now, talking about belief, if you wanted to believe, Allah says in the Quran, he actually says something crazy. He says, when it came to whether all people should believe or not. In the Quran, Allah says in Surah 1099, now this is important, 1099, 10100 is a boom shakalaka for these Muslims. Because it says actually, 1099 says, and if your Lord willed, those on earth would have believed all of them entirely. See you Muslims, what you're doing now? Now you guys are reporting instead of joining and having a conversation. I am on Allah's side today. Why are you guys doing this? I am on team Allah. I believe that Allah said you can have free will. Why are you guys saying, the guy came up and then went against free will? Why is it that you guys are going against the God of Islam? He's telling us in the Quran, 1829, you have free will. Why are you saying that Allah decides anything if you decide everything? What is wrong with you guys? Why do you Muslims hate your God so much? The Quran tells us, if you want to believe, it's up to you. If you don't want to believe, it's up to you. Allah has nothing. He makes no decisions. He does nothing. You decide everything. You decide your future. You decide your free will. You decide everything because you have free will, Because you have free will, you decide everything. So don't be a disbeliever. Even though the Quran just said in 1099 that had Allah willed, he could have made everyone believe. So if he willed, meaning he didn't will it. And this verse states clearly that the universal belief is within Allah's power, that he can if he wants to, but he chose not to. He chose not to, man. So 1099, 10100. That's why the question was, can I become a Muslim if Allah doesn't will it, based on Surah 10:100? And what did they say? No, you can't become a Muslim if Allah doesn't will it. Yet the Quran teaches in 10:29, let whoever wills, let him believe. And whoever wills, let him disbelieve. But then this verse is saying, nope, I'm still team Allah. I believe all these other verses are not contradictions. They're not confusing. You just don't know how to read it. You just don't know how to read them in context. Therefore, you misunderstand them. It's nothing to do with the Quran. The verses are clear. You have free will in Islam. And if you deny that, if anyone goes against the free will topic and believe you don't have free will, shame on you for going against the God of Islam. So I'll give you another verse. I'm going back to 1829. And notice how I'm supporting the God of Islam and the Muslims themselves are going against him. 1829. And whoever wills, let him believe. And whoever wills, let him disbelieve. Even though the Quran says in 1693, he leads astray whom he wills and guides whom he wills. If Allah misguides you, it's still up to you to checkmate Allah and say, You may try to misguide me, but I have the free will to come back because my will is greater than your will. So again, you guys misunderstand that. In Surah 91, 7-10 says, He has succeeded who purifies it, and he has failed who corrupts it. Meaning, it is up to you to decide. Team Allah, Team Allah, Team Allah. Why are you guys going against me, Muslims? Why are you Muslims against me? Even though Surah 76:30 says, and you do not will except that Allah wills. So, okay, we're going to have to take that into context. We can't just say that and not understand it. Even though the next verse, 81:29 says, and you do not will except that Allah, the Lord of the world, wills. So why are you Muslims going against me when I am Team Akbar today? Why are you guys fighting with me, coming up and saying silly things when I am supporting your God? Even though he says in the Quran, in Surah 1693, he leads astray whom he wills and guides whom he wills. And because he's doing that, there's no conditions, there's no qualifications, guidance and misguidance. And these are things of the divine will of Allah, not of your choice. So even though the guy came up and said, you can believe, you have the free will, but Allah's will checkmates it, then you don't have free will. It's like being in jail and I'm in a prison cell and I'm saying, I'm free to go wherever I want. As long as the jail guy over there, the guard, opens the gates for me and allows me to go out. You're stuck in the jail cell. The other guy decides whether you can or can't leave that room. So you say that you have the free will to leave, but you can't unless somebody else allows it to happen. I've not given up on this God of Islam, man. Come on, Allah. Come on, Muslims. Join me and show the people that Allah makes no interference. He does not have any say in how and what people do and how they believe. Any Muslim that, goes against what I just said now is a kafir, is out of Islam, is done for. Because 1829 tells me that I have the will to decide whether I am coming or going, whether I believe or whether I disbelieve. And the guy just said, Allah decides if you believe or disbelieve. So most of us will say, well, that's a contradiction. But we're not there just yet. Don't be like that, people. That was a misunderstanding, man. These people misunderstood, man. Let's go to another verse. Because again, I'm still focusing on the verse that tells me I have this free will, that tells me that I can do whatever I want. It's clear as day. I can do whatever I want, and no one can stop me. Emma, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Let me just get you close to the mic. I'm having some mic trouble today. Okay. So you believe, like me, that you have free will in Islam?
I believe what?
Do you believe that you have free will in Islam?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Me and you, man. We believe. There's not many Muslims that believe that, So you believe, for example, that I can become a Muslim today by my own choice and Allah has nothing to do with it, correct?
No, based on his decreed, like the other verses that you just showed up. So, based on the will that you would make, it will only happen because it is the decree of Allah, whereas His knowledge, His power, and His will for that such action to happen.
So do I have free will to become a Muslim if Allah doesn't will it?
So if Allah doesn't will it, then it is based on, okay, so basically Allah will not, no, it won't. Allah will not will for you not to become a Muslim. Allah will give you the choice first to either choose to become a Muslim or not. And if you choose either of those, then Allah will guide you within that. So if, let's say, Allah will give you the choice to choose to believe and not to believe.
Okay.
So if you choose to believe, then Allah will guide you into truth.
Okay, just 1 second. One second.
Allah will guide.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes,
Can you stop eating crisps? You're making a lot of noise on the phone, on the mic.
Yeah.
With whatever packet. So again, I'm going to ask you: can I become a Muslim if Allah doesn't will it?
Allah will not will for you not to be a Muslim. Allah will for you to be. Allah will want you to be a Muslim.
Okay.
But that's why
Does
He
Allah
gives you-
according to the Quran, does Allah lead astray whom He wills and guides whom He wills?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. So
Okay.
now let's say Allah gives you the will to choose. You could either choose to be, according to the verse where it says, you could either choose to believe and not believe. So if you choose to believe,
No.
then that's when Allah will guide you into truth. He'll place you into more guidance.
Okay,
Right,
so
that's the
so
verse
hang on.
reference.
So hang on. Can I do anything if Allah doesn't will it?
That's another. You're talking about something else. So
No, I'm in general.
cannot
I'm
will-
talking in general, whether it's
Yeah, yeah.
belief, whether it's
Yeah.
going to eat food, whether it's to
Yeah.
drink water. Can I,
Yeah.
because the verse, hang on, please, my brother, you got a lot of noise. The verse says, and you do not will except that Allah wills.
Yeah, so that's talking about God's decree and His plan and His knowledge. So based on that, based on God's decree, anything in this world cannot happen unless it is the decree of God, which means He gives creation, right, the ability to do these things. So let's say if you choose to drink, then you made that choice to drink. However, God is the one that gave you the ability to pick up that cup and drink.
Okay, so hang on a second. Do you agree with me? And I get it, but I need you to understand now to agree with me. Do you agree with me that Allah has zero say in the matter? Because the verse says, the truth is from your Lord, so whoever wills, let him believe. Whoever wills, let him disbelieve. According to what we just spoke about, can I use my will to believe without Allah interfering?
Yeah, Allah is not gonna interfere if you choose to believe or not believe.
Okay.
Allah will only interfere. Let's say you choose to believe now, Allah will interfere then to guide you into more truth. Or if you choose to disbelieve and you are arrogant, then He will harden your heart and lead you to misguidance.
Okay, so who is the one then? Who is the one that misguides us, you said?
I just told you. I just said it.
Yeah, so for example, in the Quran it says, whoever Allah wills to guide, He opens his heart to Islam.
Yeah.
So who has to
Bro,
will it
you
first?
gotta mute while you're listening because you're eating chips and it's extremely annoying.
No, I'm not eating nothing.
Okay, it's just weird. Okay, just mute while you're listening.
So again, I'm trying to understand because I'm believing in what Allah says. He says that you can believe and you can disbelieve without Allah's interference. You are saying that Allah has to interfere in order for whatever I want to happen. So do I or can I decide, make a choice, decide something without Allah interfering?
Yeah. So Allah won't interfere when it comes to you as a human trying to choose either to believe or not believe. If you choose okay, let's clarify something. When we say the decree of Allah, right? When we say Allah's decree or God's plan, right? God has planned everything within creation. So you cannot go against what God has planned, right? because you're gonna do based on what he has planned.
So stop there,
Right.
stop there. So for example, let's take the example of Adam, right? Let's take the example of Adam. Do you believe that when Adam was created, he had no sins? Do you agree that said Adam had no sin? We're muting you because you got you got a lot of noise, man. Do you agree that Adam was created without sin?
At first, yeah, Adam, human makes sense, but he didn't commit sin first, and then, but when he ate the tree, that's when he committed a sin.
I know he thought it was when he ate the tree, he must have thought it was a big broccoli. But that's not my question. My question is this. My question is, when Adam was Adam created with sin or without sin?
He was created with the nature that will commit sin. I don't know what you mean with sin or without sin.
Okay, so he
will commit sin.
Beautiful. So he was created knowing that he will commit sin. When he did commit a sin, who did he blame for his sin?
According to the Quran verse, he blamed himself. He said, "Oh Allah, forgive me for the sins I have committed.
Okay.
If you do not forgive me, then surely I will be among the wrongdoers." So in that verse, he blamed himself.
Okay, so in Islam, when you sin, when you go astray, when you do something wrong, who is the one causing you to do all that?
Yeah, when you sin, you're the one to be blamed, just like how Adam.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now watch this now. So you said Allah writes everything down, meaning that whatever's written down can't be changed, correct?
There's certain things that will change though. Hold on, 1 second.
Not sure what he said.
No, so yes, so yeah, Allah, yeah, you're talking about the Lawh Mahfuz. Yes, everything is written down, but when you do make a supplication, Allah will change that for you and grant it for you. Let's say if you ask.
That's not what it says, my brother. It says that once it's written down, then the pen has no more ink, meaning that you can't change Allah's outcome. If it's written down, it can't be changed. Can you show me where you can Allah changes it just because you had a prayer? Show me where Allah's flexible, where okay, I'll change it today.
I mean, Allah said He forgives all sin.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. We're not talking about forgiving all sin. We're trying to understand the decree, what is written down. Can Allah, or does Allah sit with his pen in his hand, even though the hadith says there's no more ink? Does Allah keep changing people's destinies depending on how they sin, or did he already write it down and it's predestined and predetermined?
So yeah, he wrote down his foreknowledge. You're talking about the Lawh Mahfuz. He wrote down what would happen. Yeah.
Okay, so watch this. When Adam sinned, who was it, according to the hadith, that wrote down what he was going to do before he was created?
Yeah, God just wrote down what would happen. I already told you his foreknowledge.
Okay, so
it's not that he made Adam sin. It's just that God wrote down based on his knowledge that this would happen.
Okay, so watch this. Let's read the hadith.
When Adam said,
let's read the hadith and see. I'll read it again. My brother, we're going to read because there's other people listening. I'll read the hadith and I want you to listen to what it says. Moses said to Adam, "You are the one who sinned, who by your sin," so he sinned, Adam sinned, "expelled mankind from paradise and caused them distress." Adam replied, "O Moses," now listen again, "do you blame me for a matter which Allah had decreed for me even before my creation?" Who did Adam blame for his actions? Did he blame Satan or Allah?
So you can see I already addressed that. So in the Quran, you could see the hadith is the thing that happened later, right? This is not something that happened while Adam was alive. So this was happened when it happened in the barzakh between Moses and Adam. So you could see in the Quran verse, Adam blamed himself. He said, "I wronged myself." And now the hadith that you're bringing up is something that happened later on, where between Adam and Moses, and Adam said it's based on Allah has decreed. Just like us Muslims today, I will make the same claim.
Hang on.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to give you an example.
No, you got listen. You got a lot of background noise. You need to. There's a lot of noise in your background, my brother. A lot of noise back there.
Okay.
But go on.
Okay, so yeah, for example, I could say, let's say I committed a sin today, right? I could say, "Oh Allah, I have wronged myself. Forgive me for the sins I have committed." Right? And then Allah forgives me. Right? When Allah forgives me, let's say someone else now.
So hang on. Well, let me ask you. Did you do those sins on your own free will, or is it by the will of Allah?
Yeah, I did it on my. Yeah, I did it based on my will.
So stop there. Just 1 second. Let's go to the Quran. Let's go to the Quran. I'm basing, my brother, I'm listening to what you're saying. But I'm trying to see if that's what the Quran is saying. The Quran says in Surah 81:29, it says, "And you do not will except that Allah, the Lord of the world, wills." So you cannot will anything unless Allah wills it, correct?
No, yes. So like I told you again, you keep on going back to this. I already told you everything in this world Allah has decreed. For instance, when it talks about the Lawh Mahfuz. So Allah has decreed everything. And Allah has given you the abilities to do choices, right?
Show me where you can make a choice.
In the Quran, it says that you can choose to believe or not believe.
Okay, so can I become a Muslim? Can I become a Muslim today if Allah doesn't will it?
Allah will not will.
I didn't ask you. Don't tell me what he wouldn't do. Listen to the question. Can I become a Muslim today if Allah doesn't will it?
Well, that question, it doesn't follow. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, it's a verse in the Quran, my brother. It's a verse in the Quran. It says no one can become a Muslim unless Allah wills it.
Yeah, and this is talking about guidance.
It doesn't matter what it's talking about. Do you agree with me that I can't become a Muslim unless Allah wills it?
Yeah, I told you. So that depends on the person. So if the person, for instance, if the person chooses to believe, once he believes, that's when God will guide him into truth.
Okay, I want to believe. I want the truth. I want to believe right now.
Okay,
if Allah says, yeah,
you gotta be sincere.
I'm doing dawah. I'm on Allah's side today. I'm showing people that the God of Islam says that he decides nothing, that everything is my decision. It's my free will. You are saying, no, it's not up to me. It's up to Allah. That goes against Surah 18:29 that says I can choose or just not choose.
Okay, let me ask you, because I gotta get on this flight. Let me ask you this. Can you will something that, okay, can you, for you as a Christian, can you prevail what God has will for you? Can you go over what God has will for you?
Exactly my point. No, you can't. Exactly my point. So again, but we don't have that type. We don't have that. Your God is telling us, your God, again, my man, listen, before you run off to the Bible, listen again. Your Quran is saying that you decide everything. In Surah 18:29, it says you decide you want to believe, it's up to you. You want to disbelieve, it's up to you. I'm asking you, is that a true statement that Allah does not interfere with you if you want to believe or if you want to disbelieve?
I answered that like 10 times already.
So the answer is yes, right? So the answer is yes. Me and you on the same page. Allah does not interfere.
I told you Allah will not interfere when it comes to you choosing to believe and not believe. It will not interfere in that. The only time when Allah will interfere, let's say you are sincere and you want guidance, that's when Allah will guide you. That's when He's going to interfere.
Okay, so watch this. In the Quran, when Allah, hang on, in the Quran, when Allah created people created jinn and mankind for hellfire, when Allah created them for hellfire, could they choose not to go to hellfire?
Yeah, by choosing to believe. If they choose to believe, they're not gonna
So
hellfire.
what? So you are saying that Allah, who created a person for hellfire, can go over Allah and say, "No, I'm not going to hellfire." Can you go against the command or the will of Allah?
Can you no? So the command here, the command is you have the choice to believe.
It's
or
not my question. Listen again. If Allah says in the Quran that He created many of the jinn and man fire for hellfire, can they change what they are, where they're going, or not?
Based on their action, yes, they could change.
Oh my
They could
Lord.
go- they could-
Can a fish just tell Allah, "I'm going to walk on earth, even though you created me for water, I'm now going to walk on earth"? Can a fish go against what they created
Okay.
for?
So, I mean, that not okay. No, obviously.
Why
that-
can't
that's
it do
the
it?
whole-
Why can't it do it? Because it was created
God-
for water,
yeah,
correct?
because- yeah.
Beautiful.
So-
So if Allah created you for hellfire, you can't change what Allah created you for, correct?
Okay. All human beings gonna go to hellfire?
No, this is my point. But
Okay.
according to
Alright, so,
Islam, you agree that Allah created a certain group of people to go to hellfire, correct?
Yeah, certain people who disbelieve,
Okay, who caused them to disbelieve?
they choose to disbelieve.
Who is the one that guides whom He wills and leads astray whom He wills?
Yeah, I told you, based on that verse, they're just talking about those who changes their heart. If they choose to change their heart,
There's many verses that say
that.
that. Surah 1693
Alright, so-
says, He leads astray whom He wills and guides whom He wills. Surah 488 says that if Allah leads you astray, there's nothing and no one that can change you to the righteous path again.
I told you that according to those verses just talking about that when Allah has decreed, let's say, okay, for instance, let's say me, I keep on saying the same thing. Let's say me, I want guidance and I'm sincere, I want the truth, I want to accept Islam. What Allah would do, Allah will show me signs and guidance and guide me towards that. That's what it means with that. And if I choose to be arrogant, that's when Allah will harden my heart and I'll never see the light.
Okay, so watch again. So you are saying that your will is greater than Allah's will because you can change what Allah created you for, correct?
Oh my God, I didn't say that.
Well, if you are changing what Allah, okay, watch again. If Allah created you for hellfire, can you change what He created you for, showing me that your power, your will is greater than Allah's? Can you do that?
If you're saying if God created me for hellfire, right? So you're saying that God, okay, for instance, let's say for example, what you're saying, Allah has written down in the Lawh Mahfuz, right? That Ahmad is going to go to the hellfire, right? Is that what you're saying?
If He wrote that down, that you are going there, meaning your decree, He predestined you according to the Quran, Surah 54:49. He predestined you. He created you for the specific reason that you're going to go to hell. Is your will greater than the will of Allah?
I don't. Nobody. You cannot prevail what God's will.
Exactly. So you can't change what Allah has decreed, correct?
Yeah. When it comes to the decree, I've been saying this the whole time. When it says the decree, it's just talking about the ability that He gives you, right? But anyway, well, let me ask you this because I gotta go. Can you prevail what God's will? You as a Christian?
Don't deflect.
Well, no. Can you?
Do you guys see how easy it is to be a Muslim? Do you guys see how easy it is to be a Muslim? This is what I said to you right from the start when we were when I spoke about trying to understand this religion, right? Again, how did Muhammad win these people over? How did he win them over? Because he knew how to manipulate them. He knew how to manipulate these people into bringing them into the religion based on the system of either rewards or punishment. It's like, fight for me, you'll get rewarded, you'll go to paradise. Over here now, we all of a sudden have a will that is greater than the will of Allah. We have a greater will. And because we have a greater will, we can change the outcome of what Allah wrote down, meaning Allah has a pen and an eraser, and as he writes, and he's like, "Oh, James did something good today. Let me just rub that out. Oh, you're gonna go to heaven." And then I go do something bad again, and he's like, "Oh, come on, man." And he rubs that out, and he runs, "You're going straight to hell." And then I go feed some people. He's like, "Oh man, this dude," and then he scratches it out again, and he writes again, "Oh, he's going to heaven." When this dude is done with his rubbing out stuff, he's gonna make a big old hole in the middle of that paper there because he's erased so much and so many times. So the God of Islam is now waiting for you as a Muslim to decide what you are going to do so that he can keep adjusting what he planned for you in the first place. So again, the verse says that I can believe and Allah is not interfering. This guy says, yes, you can, but Allah will guide you, but you need to want to be guided. How can I want to be guided when Allah is the one that's sealing my heart? He's the one that covers my eyes and my ears. He's the one that puts me in darkness. There's a hadith that says that when Allah created mankind, he put some of them in darkness and some of them in light. And some of them were given guidance and some of them weren't. Okay, Chris, guys, in 1 hour, what time is it now? In 1 hour from now, we are going to go live on Chris Claus's channel. In 1 hour from now, 1 hour from now on Chris Claus's channel. So in about 45 minutes from now, I'm going to end so that I can do some stuff before I join Chris Claus. We're going to go on Chris Claus's account today, and we are going to be talking about some fun topics, fun, the things that are happening right now. Some of it may be to do with the Dawa drama. Some might be to do with the debate that went on, the 3v3. And man, I hope you guys are paying attention, man. Logic's embarrassing these people. Logic, Mike, man, these guys they're destroying the Ummah, making them look stupid. And if you're not sure if you guys saw, but Itchy and Scratchy went to a live, looked like she was coming out of Aikido class. Looked like she was in an Aikido class, man. She was, it was crazy what she was wearing. It was really crazy. It was crazy. Where she was dressed, you would have thought the girl just went to Kung Fu classes. Kung Fu classes. Let me see. I've got Saeed over here. Saeed, how are you, sir?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you a professor, Saeed?
No. It's just for fun.
Just for fun. So you're not just for, okay. I was hoping you were going to be a professor, man. I was thinking, man.
I am professor, but not a registered professor. But
okay. So you know your Islam then, right?
Yes.
MashaAllah. So I'm going to show you a picture on the screen. I want you to look at the picture on the screen right now. And do you see it? It says, do you have free will in Islam? And then on the left-hand side, it says, verses that show you have free will, Surah 18:29. Now today, say it, I'm on Allah's side. I am saying that Allah said that you have free will. Now, before you explain anything, let me just read what's on the screen. So I believe that Allah's telling you Muslims that you have free will. In Surah 18:29, it says, the truth is from your Lord, so whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. Then in Surah 91, it says, he has succeeded who purifies it, and he has failed who corrupts it, meaning you have choice. On the right-hand side, it says, you do not will except that Allah wills, in Surah 76:30. And Surah 81:29 says, and you do not will except that Allah, Lord of the world, wills. Now, here's me now, and this is me now. I am Team Allah saying that you have free will in Islam. Do you agree with me that you have free will in Islam? Or do you disagree with me and say that Allah decides everything?
No, Allah gave every human being free will.
Say that one more time. Say it again. Do you believe that you have free will?
We have a free will. Allah gave every human being, just like you said. Allah show us human being two way, a right way, a wrong way, and whoever follow the right, they will be rewarded. Whoever follow the wrong, they will be punished. So our salvation based on free will, not free fix or Allah die for our sin. except, but no, not like that.
So watch this now. Let me ask you this question, my brother. Thank you for answering that. I appreciate that. Listen to this then. That means whatever I decide, Allah is unknowing of what my decisions are going to be and is waiting for me to do it because I have the free will to do whatever I want, and then
Yes,
Allah reacts based on my actions, correct?
yes. You know, the Satan, he chose to disobey Allah for
Okay.
by his own free will, not Allah make him to disobey him. So he's going to get punishment because he choose wrongly his free will.
Okay. So now I'm still trying to understand this, right? So Allah has nothing to do with our actions and our decisions. Everything we do, because we have free will, is up to us, correct?
Yes, yes,
Mashallah. So, for example, when the Quran says that you can't do anything unless Allah allows you to do it, he was
that's
lying there,
true.
correct?
No, that's true.
But hang on, he does. You just said he has nothing to do with what
No,
we
no,
do.
no, no,
For
no.
example, I asked the question to the other brother. I ask you, can I use my free will and become a Muslim if Allah doesn't will it?
No, you cannot. Allah guide, then you can enter the Islam.
Okay,
Otherwise,
I'm
you
confused.
cannot
I'm
enter
confused. You
Islam.
just said to me, my brother, you just said, I can do whatever I want. Allah
No.
is reactionary.
Okay,
Allah waits for me to do something because he doesn't know what I'm going to do because I have the free will.
okay.
Then I said, can I become a Muslim with my free will? Because we believe in free will today. Can I use my free will and become a Muslim if Allah doesn't interfere? If Allah doesn't interfere, He doesn't will it, nothing to do with Him. Can I become a Muslim? You said no. Now that's confusing to me. So how
Yeah.
do I have free will?
Allah said in the Quran, uh, you be guided to Islam. Without His guidance, you cannot become a Muslim, or you cannot become a ex-Muslim without Allah let you go.
Okay, but
Okay.
then I don't have free will.
Uh,
For example, now you saying I can't be a Muslim if Allah doesn't will it. Who is the one that misguides people and leads people astray?
okay, that's another question. First, let me finish the first one, then
Okay.
I can tell you. Uh, what I was saying. Okay, okay, free will. Okay, free will. Look, Allah gave me free will. I can do. I can murder someone. Okay, he gave me choice, or I choose not to murder. Let's say I choose to murder, but the person I'm going to kill, Allah does not want him to die, whatever reason right now, he does not want to die. So I cannot kill that person because Allah have some reason not to die that person. So it is not, if I want to rape, Allah said, let him do what, if you want to rape, let me do the rape thing. So it is Allah will. Whatever I do, it is Allah let me do it, or Allah stop me doing it.
Okay.
So
Okay. So watch this now. If Allah created you for hellfire, can you
there is,
change what Allah created you for?
okay, yeah, there
Can
is
an
a verse.
elephant change to become a man? Can a man be changed to
No,
become
no.
a monkey? Can
Let's
we
go
change what we
one
are
question,
created
brother.
for? No worries. Okay.
First we are just going many questions.
No worries.
Let me answer the Allah created human and jinn for mankind. So
Hmm.
Allah saying the when He planned to human to reward and punishment. So Allah knows there are many human will end up in the hellfire. So that's why Allah said, I created mankind and jinn who will do go to hellfire.
Okay.
Allah is responsible. They are going to be hell. Allah is responsible for they're going to, or
Beautiful. Let me jump
let
in
me
there.
finish. Let me finish. I'm giving the fast. Okay. So the Allah does not choose a particular person from the eternity or whatever. He will go to hell. No, not that. Allah gave human beings free will. There are many human beings will use their free will wrongly, and those will end up in hellfire.
Okay, just on the screen, it's Surah 7, 179. Now, again, I want you to listen carefully to what I'm asking. Can you change what Allah created you for? Can you change it?
Can I change what Allah created for me? No, your question is incomplete.
Okay. Can you complete it for me?
Because you need to tell me Allah change it. What Allah what?
For example, if Allah created you for hellfire, can you change what He has predestined, predetermined for you? Can you change that?
Allah does not care particular person for hellfire.
On the screen, it says, and we have certainly created for hell many of the jinn and mankind.
Yeah.
So who is the one that created them
Uh,
for hellfire?
those who will do the wrong thing, Allah responsible for a human being going hell or heaven. Okay.
Okay, so stop there.
But
Stop there. So now watch
choice.
this. I'm disagreeing with you. I want to just stick to that before we change it. So you are saying that Allah is responsible, but who is the one causing these people to be sinners or to sin?
Uh, if you read the other sentence, they
I know
have.
we're going to get there. It says
Yeah,
they
but
have
that's the
hearts
answer. That's
which
the
have
answer,
not
please.
understood. But hang on a second. They were created for hellfire. Who made their hearts so that they do not understand?
Uh, Allah is saying
My brother,
because
answer the question. Who is the one that made their hearts not understand? Who's the one that closes their eyes and makes them deaf? Who does that? Who causes that?
human have their own free will and they close their heart and their mind. They do not want to be guided. They enjoy the evil thing.
Okay,
That's what it's
let's see if that's true. Let's see if that's true. Now I want you to watch the screen again because I'm going to show you who causes that to happen. Right? Watch this. In the Quran again, whoever Allah guides, desires to guide. Now I want you to let me find the heart and the chest and the stuff, right? Watch this. He says that let's go to Pictor. It says, whoever Allah wants to guide, let me find a different translation. Whoever Allah desires to guide, he expands his breast to Islam. And whoever he desires to lead astray, he makes his breast narrow. Now watch what else it says. It says that he is the one that causes the eyes to close. Who is the one that causes them to close their eyes and narrows their chest and makes them, who's the one that does that?
brother. Bring that the verse back to the say international. Oh no, yeah. Okay, let me explain that.
Mhm.
So whoever Allah want to guide, He expand His breast to contain Islam. So yeah, this is the meaning of this. Allah guide who desire to be guided. Okay.
Okay, but who is the one that veils them? Who is the one that veils their eyes? Who's the one that veils them so they can't? Look what the verse said, right? It says, Allah has set a seal on their hearts. Allah has, and on their hearing, and on their eyes. Now, 7:157 said that it's because their eyes are closed, their hearts are closed, and their ears are closed. But who is the one that does it? So in this verse, this is Surah 2:7. Notice now, Surah 2:7 is saying, Allah has sealed their hearts and their hearing and their eyes are covered. Watch this. Let's go back to 7. Let's go
brother,
back to 7. One second, brother. 1 second before it's all yours afterward. We're going to go to 7:179. And look what it says. It says, they have hearts which they do not understand. They have eyes which they do not see and ears which they do not hear. Who is the one that covers the heart, the eyes, and the ears according to the Quran?
let me read it. We have certainly created for for hell many of the jinn and mankind. This is the first sentence. It said, people, when Allah planned to create heaven, Allah made it heaven and hell. So Allah is responsible. People are going to guide it. Well, they will go to heaven. Second, the hell. Hell is people who choose to be doing evil. They will go to hell. That's the Allah responsible for people are going to heaven or hell, because who's going to punish them in hell? Beside Allah, Allah is going to punish them. So Allah is responsible for people are going to hell and heaven. Okay.
Keep
Now
reading, my brother.
they,
Keep
they,
reading.
they have a heart with which they do not understand. There are a lot of people they willingly, uh, uh, knowingly, they want to be ignorant, like atheists.
My
They,
brother, who causes their
eh, eh,
hearts,
yeah,
their
yeah.
eyes, and their ears to be sealed? Who causes that?
Seal means they Allah have chosen them to for the hellfire. That's the
Answer the
seal.
question, please, my brother. Listen again. Who causes their hearts to be sealed, their eyes to be sealed, and their ears to be sealed? Who does? Because the verse says,
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
have hearts which they do not understand, they have eyes which they do not see, they have ears which they do not hear. My question is, who causes them to have these effects? Who
Uh,
causes the heart not to
yeah,
understand,
yeah,
the
yeah.
eyes not to see, and the ears not to hear? Who causes it?
Okay, okay. Just give me 1 minute, okay? The people do evil their own choice. Like a person raped by his own choice, a person murdered by their own choice. Whatever evil do, they do by their own choice. Then Allah, these evil people, Allah does not guide them out there. They've sealed their heart because Allah chose them to be for hellfire.
My brother, I'm going to try one more time. I need you to listen to my question. Who is it that covers their hearts, their ears, and their eyes? Who does that to them?
Okay. Allah does not seal a good person heart, his hearing. Allah does not do.
I didn't ask you
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Listen
Allah,
to my question.
I'm talking
Listen
about
to my
Allah does.
question. Please
Allah
say it.
does. Allah,
Professor of
Allah
Islam.
close. Allah chose people close their heart and their hearing. Allah does, but though Allah does to those people who do not want to be guided. So Allah
So
seals
fine, but
their
that's
heart.
fine. Now watch this. Watch this. If Allah seals their hearts, their hearing, and their eyes, can anybody take away the seal that Allah has put on them?
Uh, Allah seal only those evil doer, not the
The
good person.
evildoer, do you believe that the evildoer might repent and want to be found and want to come to Christ?
Yeah, they Allah do give them a choice, a chances for to repent. After they still refuse to repent, they refuse to be
So,
guided. So that those people, Allah decided they have to be. Allah seal their heart. Allah does not guide them. Cannot see the right
so
thing.
my
Allah
question
seals.
again, my
So
question
Allah
again,
chose them to be for hellfire.
can anybody guide someone who Allah has sent astray?
No, 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 no one
No.
can guide them.
So Allah sends people astray. He covers their hearts, he covers their ears, and he covers their eyes, and then punishes them for covering their hearts, covering their ears, and covering their eyes, correct?
Allah decided for them to be for hellfire. That's why Allah sealed their heart. Allah does not guide them anymore.
Okay, so perfect. So Allah doesn't guide them anymore. But is he allowing them to have free will to come back to him? Or has he decided that they can't come back to him?
No, they cannot come back because some
Beautiful. So
evil
they
doer.
don't have
Look,
free will. So they
look, look.
hang on. So now they don't have the free will to come back to Allah because Allah's will is always going to be the one that decides. So for example, these people, even after doing something bad, Allah decides, hang on, I'm going to seal his heart, his eyes, and his ears. Then the person decides, you know what, I made a mistake. I want to come back. But they can't come back because the God of Islam, he is the one that seals their hearts, ears, and eyes, causing them to go to hellfire. Correct?
Allah, people do evil thing, or if they repent, Allah forgive them, Allah guide them again.
So let's
Even
go
they
to
do
Adam.
have
Did
evil.
Adam do an evil thing?
What?
Adam. When Adam was in paradise, did he do an evil thing?
Yeah, this he disobey God.
Okay. He disobeyed God, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How did he disobey God?
Allah told him not to eat from that tree.
Okay. You agree that when Allah spoke to him, Adam was without sin?
Okay, excuse me, you say again?
When Adam was created, you agree that he had no sin.
No, no, human being do not have sin before birth. The human get sin after they become a mature to know right from wrong. Then
Mashallah.
count the sin.
We'll see that. We'll check that in a second. So, according to you, Adam had no sin.
No
Who
sin.
was the one that caused Adam to sin?
Oh, it is Allah gave human being a free will. Allah show him human being right from wrong.
Okay.
This is so. Listen, give me 1 minute.
No, I'm listening.
Allah gave human being a program to know what is right, what is wrong. So Adam used his free will, and he chose to disobey Allah and follow the Satan.
Okay, my brother, if Allah writes down that you are going to have twins,
Allah does not write down. Allah does not write down. It is our choice. It is
it was
our.
not written down.
We go to heaven or hell by our own choice. Allah does not write it down before my birth. He will go to heaven or hell.
One more time. Does Allah determine? Does Allah decide before you created what you're going to do?
No,
No. Are you a Sunni Muslim?
I was born in a Sunni Muslim. Right now, I do not buy to any sect.
You don't? Well, okay, so you believe all that sex. Okay, so let's go then to the Quran again. So in the Quran, Allah says that no one can guide you after you've been misguided, right? No one can guide you after you've been misguided. Does that
Yeah.
mean that everything is in the control of Allah?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't change what Allah has decided for you.
Allah, this person, Allah decided to for hellfire, so you cannot guide him back to truth or.
Say again. You
Uh,
can't.
when Allah seals somebody's heart, he no longer can hear a reasonable reason. He cannot see the right. Allah seal his heart for hellfire. We cannot guide that person when Allah seals somebody's heart.
Beautiful. So according to you, it's not Satan that leads people astray. Allah does. It's not Satan that covers the heart, the eyes, and the ears from receiving truth or love or knowledge. It's Allah. It's not Satan that sends you to hell. It's Allah. If Allah does not will something, if Allah wills something and you can't change Allah's will, for example, if I said to you, I want to become a Muslim and Allah doesn't will it, can I become a Muslim?
Yeah. You want to become a Muslim? Ask me other. Ask me
Let
again.
me ask you again. Listen again. If I said to you now, Sayyid, Professor of Islam, I want to become a Muslim, because the Quran says in Surah 18:29, the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. The Quran said that. Whoever wills, let him believe. Can I become a Muslim today, take my Shahada now, if Allah doesn't will it?
No, if you when when Allah decide you have no good heart to become a Muslim, Allah does not guide you to Islam.
Again,
You just
so you're
playing a
saying
game.
no.
You just playing a game.
So
I want to
I'm not playing
become
a
a
game.
Muslim.
I'm trying to
Allah.
find
No.
truth. Even though I have my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I'm trying to help you find truth. And listen carefully to what I just asked you, and listen to your answer. You said to me that I can't come to Allah even if I wanted to, if Allah doesn't will it.
No,
Does
no.
that seem fair and
If
just?
look,
The
if you
God of
had a
Islam
look, if
seals
you
my heart, seals my ears, seals my eyes, knowing that I can't come to Islam.
look. If you have a good heart, if you are really wanted to be guided by Allah, you want to become a Muslim, and you are a good person, Allah will guide you to Islam. If you just playing game, I want to be became, and you have anxiety, you trying to ask a question make no sense, or you say I want to be became a Muslim. Allah does not guide people who try to deceive people,
Yeah, but who's the one that's leading me astray?
because you do not have good heart to be guided.
You can ask everyone around me, man. My heart is pure gold, man. My intentions are always pure. I
Then
want
you,
the
if you
best
ha-
for people. But
if
I'm
you have a
saying
good
to you,
intention,
if
then Allah
Allah
will guide you
doesn't
to Islam.
allow me to become a Muslim, if Allah says,
If you ha-
again, the
if you
Quran
have a
says,
good intention,
okay,
you
let me ask
really
you this.
wanted to, Allah will guide you to
Let me
Islam.
ask you this. Is this a contradiction? Is this a contradiction?
No,
Allah says, listen again. You said no before I even explained it. You see, don't be Muslim now. Listen again. Is this a contradiction if I say to you, whoever wills, let him believe. Whoever wills, let him disbelieve.
free will.
And then I said, you can't will unless Allah wills it first. Is
Yeah,
that the same thing or is it saying the opposite?
yeah. You can will if Allah will. Is
Okay, so I can only will if it only happens if Allah wills it. But if Allah doesn't will it, then it won't happen, correct?
okay. Okay. Let me. Uh, if you will, you want to do some bad thing. If
Dude,
Allah.
don't add to what I'm saying. Don't add to what I'm saying. Just listen to what I'm saying. Don't add to it. Don't try to make it more complicated. Don't try and twist it. The Quran says, whoever wills, let him believe.
Yes.
The Quran says you cannot will unless Allah wills.
Yes, yes. If,
Do you agree that that is a contradiction?
no, you need
Am
to
I Allah?
understand.
Am
Yeah.
I Allah?
If I will to murder somebody, and Allah does not want to be murder, then Allah will.
Beautiful. So whose will won? Which one of you? Did your will win or the will of Allah is better, stronger than your will?
Allah will. If
Beautiful. So you don't have the free will. It's by the will of Allah. What do you say
oh yeah,
inshallah?
because
What does inshallah mean?
inshallah, every decision Allah decide. If I want to do,
So if every decision Allah decides, then you
yes.
have no free will, correct?
No. If
Okay.
I want to harm somebody, so listen. If I
Come
want to
on,
harm
man.
somebody, Allah does not want to be harm that person. Allah will.
I'm
Allah
going to
will
try
win
again. Let's
that
listen
time.
again, my brother. Listen again. Inshallah, what does that mean?
Everything we do, Allah approve or disapprove.
Beautiful. Can you do something that Allah doesn't approve?
No, we cannot do.
No. So you don't have the free will to do something unless Allah approves it, correct?
Yeah, but
Beautiful. So
it's
Allah's will is stronger than your will, correct?
yes.
Beautiful. So when it says, I'm asking you, the verse says, whoever wills, let him believe. But the Quran says you can't will unless Allah allows that will. Meaning that you can will it, but if Allah doesn't accept that, then you can't, it won't come to, it won't become true.
That's
So
correct.
if Allah wills, I can win the lotto, but Allah doesn't will it, so I won't win it. Even
Yeah,
if I want to win it.
yeah.
Beautiful. So you don't have free will, even though the Quran says, let him who wills believe and let him who wills disbelieve. You can't disbelieve if Allah doesn't will it either.
Look, brother, we human beings go to heaven and hell by their own free will, their own free choice. And
Who
if
is
you
the
do
one? Okay, what is decree? In
what,
Surah 54:49. In Surah 54:49. What does it mean when it says decree?
Oh,
The night
decree,
of
approval,
Qadr.
approval,
The night of Qadr. What does it mean?
approval.
No, it doesn't mean that. It means predestination.
No,
It
no,
means to predestine something.
no, no, no. Nobody is free destined to heaven or hell. It is a free choice to go to heaven and hell. In Islam, that's what.
Okay, hang on. This again goes on to the other topic. In the Quran, we just saw that if Allah creates you for hellfire, you can't change it. You agreed to that now. You just said it's by the will of
Allah,
Allah.
yeah, Allah created heaven and hell, and Allah knows there are people going to hell, there are people going to heaven. So
Who is the one sending them there?
Allah does not send people to hell.
Okay, who is the
People
one
go
that
to hell
covers
by
their
their own
hearts?
choice.
Who covers their hearts, their ears, and their eyes? Who does that?
Oh, Allah finally decided some evil people they're not gonna stop doing evil. Allah sealed their heart.
Who caused them to do evil?
Allah does not make people to do rape. Allah does not make
Who
people.
lets people go astray? Who is the one that puts devils on people to make them do more sins?
No, so, Allah, there are people. Allah does not stop guiding them because they
Answer the
does not
question.
want to be guided.
Who puts devils on people to push them to commit more sin?
Allah does not make people to do sin evil thing.
Who is the one that puts devils on people to push them to do more sin?
Allah does not put devil to make people do sin. Allah,
so Allah doesn't do that.
Satan is like a bad friend. He only suggests to do evil thing. Human beings follow his suggestion.
Okay, beautiful. So in the Quran, see you not that we have sent the devils, the shaitan, against the disbelievers to push them to do evil? You
Yeah.
just said that the devil puts devils on people, correct? And this verse says Allah, we, Allah, sent the shaitan, the devils, against disbelievers to push them to do evil. So Allah leads people astray. Allah puts devils on people. Allah puts people in hellfire. Allah decides who's going to be guided and misguided.
Okay. Yeah.
What is
over
the
here,
hang on, my brother. Here's my question. I didn't ask. Here's the question. What is the job of Satan?
what's that?
What is the job of Satan?
Oh, Satan only suggests human being to do wrong.
He suggests.
Suggests.
Okay, so he causes them to go
control us.
astray, correct?
He does not control us. He only
Beautiful.
suggests.
But
He's,
does
he's
he
like a bad
suggest-
friend.
He's like what?
Bad friend.
Bad friend. Okay. So when he is making a suggestion, you can, if you had free will, decide whether you want to do something or you don't want to do something, correct? Because he's making a suggestion.
Yes.
When Allah decrees something, when Allah decides something, is that a suggestion or a command?
Give me the context what you're talking about.
For example, when Allah puts devils on them, on these people, to push them to do evil,
No.
is the devil there to suggest something or to push them to do evil?
Okay. Read the whole verse. See you not that we have sent to the Satan.
Not to the
agent,
shaitan, send the
disbeliever.
shaitan.
Satan.
Yeah.
To the disbeliever. These people are already evil doer. Okay.
I know, but who caused them to be disbelievers? Can anything be done without the will of Allah?
No.
No. So when Allah leads people astray, when Allah decides that people are going to go astray, you saw that Allah is the one that seals their hearts, covers their eyes, and covers their ears. Who is the one covering their hearts, ears, and eyes to truth, hoping that they will go astray?
People decide they want to be not to be guided. They go astray. Allah does not go let them go astray, but people decide they do not want to be guided, so they wanted to go astray.
That's why I'm
So
asking.
Allah let them go.
What do you understand by Qadr?
What's that?
Qadr, Surah 54:49. What do you understand by that?
Father?
54.
Yeah, give me that. I don't
I'll
know.
show it to you. I'll show it to you. 5449. What is, do you speak Arabic?
No, 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 no.
Okay. What does this mean?
Indeed, all things we created with predestined. Yeah, this is correct. But you taking every look. uh, I have a predestined to die. Everything has a predestined. The whole earth has a predestined. One day,
Who is
earth
the
will.
one that
Listen, I will do.
predestines?
You don't go into.
Yeah, but
Let me
who
finish.
predestines it? Who decides all this?
Listen, I'm trying to explain to you what is a predestined, what is not a predestined. A predestined, my life has a predestined. One time I will die. Uh,
Can you show me where there's a list of
listen,
what is
listen, let
predestined
me
and what's
finish.
been
Don't,
destined?
you don't let me. You ask question and you
I'm
don't
asking
let
for
me
I'm
finish.
asking for evidence.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
no.
I'm
This
just
is not
asking you
how
to
it
show
works.
me the
You
evidence, my
alright,
brother.
you ask me predestined. Let me answer about the predestined, the whole thing.
Can you give me some evidence while you talk? Just show me some
Listen,
evidence.
listen. uh, my death, my life has a death. I'm destined to die. Predestined, I have a destined, but I do not have a predestined to go to hell or predestined to go to heaven. I have a choice to go to heaven or go to hell predestined. There are many things in the universe. There are predestined to, like this universe will end up, and there is a destination for universe. So everything has a destination. That's what Allah talking about this year. Not about I'm going to predestined to hell or predestined to heaven. Heaven, hell is a free will. It's my choice. If I do good, like Allah said it, I will go to heaven. If I do evil, Allah said it, you destined to hell.
Okay. So now thank you for that. It's still you bring no evidence. I'm asking you for evidence. I'm showing you verses, right? On the screen itself, it's telling you clearly that all things,
Yeah,
all
all
things.
does
Does
have.
that include everything or just some things?
No, all thing have. But I'm not predestined to murder somebody. It is
You
my
but hang
choice.
on, hang on. Is that part of all things? Does all things put everything under under the umbrella, or is it saying some things? Do you understand what I'm saying? All things means everything, correct?
All thing except human free will.
Where does it say except? Come on, man. Where does it say except?
That's
Show me
that.
in the
You
verse.
have to understand thing what he's talking
I'm
about.
under
Not
dude, I'm a genius. I'm a
yeah,
genius. I
yeah.
understand things. I can even read the invisible ink in your Quran. And in the invisible ink, it doesn't say except in this verse. I would have seen it because I can read invisible ink. I see it. I promise you. I was born with X-ray vision eyes and I can actually see things most normal people can't. I'm like a Muslim. I can see words that don't exist on pages that don't exist. So right now it says indeed all things, and in the brackets between that you can't see, it says except certain things we created with predestination. Now you and I are the only two that can see this. These other people, there's over 100 people on YouTube and over 60 people on TikTok. These people can't see it. So where can you and I go? Because I'm Team Allah. You and I can see things that don't exist on pages that don't exist. How do we show these people that this is in the verse while it's not in the verse? Can you help me help them? So
Like
all
it.
things mean some things, and some things couldn't mean all things, but it could possibly mean nothing. Just help me understand. Show me. How do we show these people?
Yeah. Let's say predestined. But I go to have hell because of my choice. I'm predestined to go to hell
Okay, so
because
when
my
Allah said,
choice.
we have created everything by measure,
Yeah.
all things were created by predestination. Explain to the people
Look,
how
you
in
taking one
between the
verse,
words.
but you taking one verse, but other verses you are not taking, which is Allah gives you a free will to do right and wrong.
Show
So
me the verse. That's what I'm saying to you. Show me
you
the verse where your will supersedes, your will is greater than the will of Allah. That's what I'm asking you to do.
no.
Show
So
me so I
you
can show
saying
these
when
people,
Allah
because these people don't know Islam. I'm trying to teach them how we
look,
read
I
with
think
words that don't exist.
You just manipulating things. Okay.
Give me
Allah gave
verses,
him.
my brother.
Allah said, okay. Allah said not to murder. Just tell me.
I don't know.
Allah,
Does he?
did Allah say not to murder, not to
No.
steal?
No. He said, unalive them wherever you find them. He said,
What?
sit in ambush. He said, take care, unalive them if they leave the religion.
Acha, Allah said to steal.
He said, what?
No, Allah said to steal or not to steal.
To steal. Muhammad was a thief. Of course you can steal.
Look, this is not how gonna we can discuss.
No, but I'm
that.
listening to what you're saying.
Muhammad
Is
is
it
a
true or
thief.
not?
I'm also thief.
Yeah, then you like Muhammad, right?
Acha, so I'm also thief.
Okay, so you're a
Every
thief.
Muslim is a thief.
Well, this is what Islam is teaching, that it's okay as long as they are, for example, not Muslim.
This is
If a
way of
non-Muslim
Christian
has
talking.
something,
This
according
is
to Islam,
Christian way of talking nonsense.
according to Islam, can you take something from a non-Muslim?
No, you cannot take anything.
You can't.
You cannot take.
Are you Quran only, or do you actually read other things besides Quran?
No, I do believe I pick and choose hadiths. Not I
You
don't.
pick and choose from hadiths, mashallah.
Yes.
So do you agree that some of the hadiths said that Muhammad was a thief?
No. Hadith cannot say he was a
Okay.
thief.
Do you believe that Muhammad married a child, a 6-year-old girl, and slept with that
No.
blind?
She was 18-year-old.
Show me any evidence for that, please.
No, it is in the Quran.
Show me in the Quran. Show me. Surah 65:4 says you can marry children.
No. 424 Allah bole marriageable
424
age.
says you can commit
There
adultery.
is a word in Quran, marriageable age. Marriageable
That's
age
not
means
talking
there
about
is a-
that. That's talking about insurance. That's talking. That's talking about inheritance.
What?
That's talking about inheritance. When you inherit something, if your parents die and you get something,
there is
then you have to be of marital age, but you need to be older. In 65:4, it says you can marry children. But again, in Surah 424, it tells you that adultery is allowed,
marriageable age children,
fornication is
marriageable age.
allowed, that owning
Children are
slaves is allowed,
marriageable.
that rape is allowed. All this in 424. So in 424 in your religion, it tells you that you can grape a person.
This is
that
you are
take
not
your
harming
right-hand
Islam.
steps.
You are not harming this kind of talk. Islam is not harming by your nonsense.
Okay, never mind. But
People
so far,
people are
I want to
converting.
ask you
Christian
this.
are
I want
converting
to ask
to
you this.
Islam after all
I need
your
to end
propaganda.
because in 15 minutes I'm going live with one of my big brothers.
Okay, brother.
I just want to
Which
ask you.
channel, brother? Could you give me the link over here? I will come over there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Can somebody put in One Way Apologetics in the chat on YouTube, please? One Way Apologetics. One Way Apologetics in the chat. We're going to be there in 15 minutes. I'm going to try to end now so I can come back and be ready for Chris Claus. Let me just see this. One Way. There we go. It's on the screen right now. One Way Apologetics. You just copy and paste that into your YouTube and you can listen in on the conversation there. But Sayyid, Professor of Islam, my brother, come back, because I mean, you've helped me understand, and I'm trying my best today to be Team Allah. I'm saying that Surah 18:29 teaches, yes, you have free will, even though Allah says that you cannot will unless Allah wills it.
Yeah.
That is a contradiction. That's a contradiction.
We cannot do whatever we want. We cannot do whatever we want.
Exactly. So if you can't do whatever you want, and Allah decides what you can do.
If I want to murder somebody, I cannot do, because it is Allah will.
But that's my point, my brother. That's my point. My point is, you can do whatever you want as long as Allah allows it.
Yes.
Correct?
Even rape. If I want to rape, it is Allah will.
Dude, why
Allah
you go to raping
rape
people and killing and unaliving people, man? There's so many other things you could have taken. You could have said stole, but never mind. But again, I want everyone to notice what he said. He said clearly, you can do whatever you want as long as Allah decides that it's okay.
Yes.
If Allah doesn't say it's okay, you can't do it, meaning you don't have any free will in Islam.
No. If Allah wants somebody to stay alive, I cannot kill that person.
Exactly. It's by the will of Allah, not by your will. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the live now. We're going to start with Chris Claus in 15 minutes. Chris Claus, and I will join him there.
One way apologetic.
One Way Apologetics.
Okay, apologetic. Okay.
No worries, my brother. But you're welcome back because we do many topics and I'm trying to do my dawah. I'm trying to learn and I want people like you that can teach. I mean, I love your name. You're a professor of Islam, my brother.
All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate for taking me.
No worries. You take care and you stay safe. Just remember, Jesus loves you. He is
Yes,
the way, the truth, and the
Jesus loves
life.
me.
And if
I
you
love
don't follow
Jesus.
Jesus, you're going straight to hell. Take care, man. Okay, guys, 15 minutes. Let me go and sort myself out. And then we go join Chris Claus, who's got a lot to cover. I mean, this dude's got a lot of stuff to cover, apparently. I'm just reading what he's saying. So many things to cover and so little time. Can't wait, man. I'll see you guys in 15. God bless.